Hello guys, DJ Aaron here. Yes, this is my second attempt at going live and doing this setup tour thing for the 8.0 setup. And yeah, I did this earlier and I figured I'd do this and get it out of the way. So we're going to start down here. This is the equipment rack. This is the Sony receiver. Down there is CD player 1, and down there is CD player 2. And I do believe I have some CDs in here. Probably only one, which is Sammy Hagar's Essential Red Collection. And then down in CD 2, we have nothing. So right in here we have nothing but cables, pretty much a spaghetti mess, and we do have a power tap in there as well. So if you guys are wondering, that's what's in there. Right up here is the Numark iDJ3. I've had this controller for quite a while, and it does work, and it enables me to play music on the show. And I will bring up Virtual DJ, and there we go. In just a minute I'm going to actually link this live stream here. I'm going to turn this down, so we're going to link it. Alright, copy and paste. Alright, so we are live streaming. Okay, so I'm going to paste this to my group page, and there we go. Alright, so you can now catch this on YouTube, etc. Alright, so back to what I was talking about. Oh yes, the iDJ3. I have the, whatchamacallit, the controller, and it is linked up to my external hard drive, which you can see right here, which I do have all the contents of it. So I can go from MP3s, and I can select, and once in a while I do have to wait for this thing to wake up. And no, this does not show not responding sometimes. So I can load stuff into the DJ3, and then I can do that as well. So there we go. Also, there's my keyboard, and there is my mouse. There's my webcam up there. We have the 3-channel mixing board. Like I mentioned on the Facebook live stream, this is routed into 3 discrete channels. I have to flip a switch for each source that I do. So this main control panel, we have Phono 1 line 1, which is computer. Phono 1 is one of the turntables over there, which I will show you in a little bit. Phono 2 is the turntable that is on my right. Well, it'll be on my left while I'm filming this video, but typically it's on the right. And then we have CD player 1, iDJ3, CD player 2, and then we have a master volume. Phono 2 is, and I just buffered a little bit. Stupid YouTube. So the master volume you just heard does actually interact with just the master. CD player 1. Okay, so that's that. I have a Q assigned on both channels, so if I have the volume turned down,
And I just buffered a little
and it
bit.
goes through the headphones only. So there it goes, and it's assigned for each channel. So no matter what channel I use, including the microphone channel, that is assigned to Q. So, and it doesn't matter which source I use, it's assigned. And then over here we have mic treble and mic bass, and then we have the assigned for crossfader. So if I do crossfader now, I'm going to go from 1 to 2. So if I bring this up, and it doesn't matter which source I use, I can crossfade. So let's just say I'm doing vinyl or CD. I could crossfade like 3 and 2. Assigned for crossfader. So if I do crossfader, so which leaves source 1 pretty much non-crossfade. So if I wanted to use the crossfader, I can use it, and then I can crossfade over. All right, so I could crossfade over. This always works in that regard, so I could crossfade. So we have Q and program. I have it set to Q right now. So if I take this source, pretty much non-crossfade. So if I wanted to, it's going through headphones. So likewise with any other channel. So we have CD1, and I go press play. Now we should be able to hear. Now we should just be able to hear it in headphones. All right. So that's how that works. All right, I'm gonna get copyright nabbed for that. That's Bad Motor Scooter by Montrose. So I don't want to get copyright nabbed for that. And then there's my headphones. I use these for the show, for queuing up stuff. You gotta have headphones. Come on, you gotta have headphones for this stuff. My remote for my LEDs. And yes, I do have LEDs around the room, or around the setup, as you can tell. And some under the desk too, to light up the mixer. And then moving on, we have my two turntables. This one's an ATL P120. I gotta turn these on. Alright, so we got the ATL P120 here on the right. And that corresponds with the second source. This is the Numark, or not the Numark, but the Stanton STR8-60, and yes, I put the AT95E on there. What I did was I angled it so it get better tracking. One strobe is blue and the other is red, so kind of like that. So yeah, so there's two of the turntables. I got this one set for 2 grams. This one is set for 2.5 because the Groove Tool actually recommends 2.5 to 3 grams. This one recommends 1.5 to 2 grams. 2.5 grams actually. So I got it set to the low range, so it's not going to eat up or chew up the vinyl like some say. So I have 2 turntables. These 2 turntables actually work just fine. This one's an older direct drive and it works perfectly. This one's newer direct drive and it also works perfectly. So I have 2 functioning direct drive turntables. They both work perfectly. One has better features than the other, but it works. Alright, so we move on to the storage of this. I have extra storage for everything. Extra hard drive in case one of my hard drives go out. We have like paper stuff in here. We have a drawer full of other stuff. We have a backup computer, which is the MacBook Pro and some other stuff. So that's the storage portion of that. Wi-Fi, IDJ3 lava lamp I added, I guess, I don't know, the same day that I added it, but it makes things, I don't know, it makes the atmosphere really neat. And we'll go under the desk as well. We have the desktop computer. This is a custom-built Asus machine. It is in a Cooler Master case, but if you guys are wondering, there you go. There's the machine. It works, I will say. And there's my microphone. You know, just the basic Pyle Yeti microphone with a homemade windscreen. There's my speakers. I stacked them on each other, so there you go. And then there's my vinyl. I have more vinyl to put away. I will show you guys what that entails. And then we got the microphone cable right here, which is just the basic XLR end to it. But we're going to go under the desk because I'm going to show you guys what we have done under here. So basically, we had to screw the two halves together, and this is what it looks like exactly. So, and there's one of the holes. I do have another hole, which is right by the computer, which sends cables in and out through the power tap. And yeah, so yeah, this is just to like piece the two halves together. Like I said, there's one of the holes. You can see the underneath side of the turntable. So yeah, you can see, you basically see the underneath side of the turntable. Alright, so here's how I had to do things with the setup. Alright, so my microphone is ran by 1/4 inch. Okay, this is my main microphone right here. And there's the ground wire for the Stanton. So I'm going to move the ground wire out of the way. So there's my microphone. There's channel 1, which is phono 1, which is the Stanton. Channel 1, I believe, computer. So I have to flip a switch each time that I want a source. Alright, this one is the ATLP 120. This one is CD player number 1. This one's my IDJ3. This one's CD player number 2. My line in for my audio to go out to stream. So you gotta have that. And then the master portion, the master fader portion that goes to the amplifier only. The difference with this board is everything is sent out pre, but it doesn't affect the sound master-wise, and I will tell you guys why. This board is actually split up into two parts. Okay, we got the pre side, which is all these inputs, and also the record out. All right, so this is the pre side. This is the output side. All right, so this is basically my studio audio. So the main out is basically my studio audio. So you learn something every day. And then over there is a fuse in case I have to change the fuse. And lucky for me, the original fuse is still in it and it hasn't blown yet. So that is a good thing. Orientation device locked. What the fuck? Come on. Alright, there we go. Okay, sorry about that, guys. Alright, iPhone had to screw up on me there for a second. And then there's one of the video connections that is not used for one of the cables. Right, so we got that. Alright, so here's my computer's stuff right there. And it, you know, I got all my audio and stuff in there, you know, output, input. Controller is back there. You know, power tap, etc. The cables that run directly to the turntable. So, yeah, external hard drive with all the music on it. So, yeah, that's pretty much all this in a nutshell. There's one of the holes, if you guys are wondering. So yeah, there's one of the holes. And then we have a hole, I'm going to show you guys. Then we have a hole feeding directly the cables down. So if you guys are wondering how this is done, that's pretty much how it's done. So yeah, there's where the speaker wire comes up and feeds over, down. Messenger is wigging out the live stream. Down, 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 and then feeding over to the speakers. So yeah, I'm going to disable the flash because it's affecting the live stream quite a bit. But yeah, so pretty much goes down, 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 and then back over, etc. So so yeah, if you guys are wondering, you know, that's pretty much how the setup is. So there we go. There's the setup in a nutshell, like right there. All right, so there you go. But yeah, it's pretty cool, you know, to look at and see and to show you guys what this all is like. So yeah, you know, live streaming setup, and oh, there we go. Oh, and if you guys are wondering, I do broadcast every week on camup.tv. And yes, I do broadcast on there. So if you guys are wondering, there's my channel. I got it in Flash. And yes, I've actually been using Flash Player since this is actually the last year before they fully kill it. So I'm getting the most use out of it as possible as of right now. So, what is Dylan actually talking about? Go on cam! Go on cam! I already been on cam already. So yeah, there's my Cam Up channel. I do live streams every Friday, but I also do a live stream. I'm also going to give a plug on another channel that I live stream on, which is the BG Radio Network. And I'm live on there every Wednesday at 3 p.m. my time and 5 p.m. Eastern. So if you guys want to join me there as well, and also my Friday show, you can actually join me on both channels. So you have choices. So it's not just one channel. You do have choices. So I do shows on both channels. So I'm out there as far as doing shows. So all right, so I guess this is kind of it for this live stream. I kind of wanted to come back on here and finish what I started earlier, and we got it finished. So anyways, guys, that's going to be it for me. Peace out and practice and enjoy, and I will see you guys in the next video, whenever that is. It could be a day from now, or it could be whenever I decide to get off my lazy butt and do some content for you guys. So anyways, that's going to be it for me. I will